on there, there's tabs up here that show different things like CSR, reports, mail service, digital, inventory fulfillment, job ticket, resources, and buyout. The main thing we're looking at for on the daily report out there on the floor is a job ticket. Once we're into job ticket, it'll ask you up here for job search. You can put the job you're looking for. So if you want to put in a job number that you're working on, so you can see what's out there and what needs to be done on it. This is the job I'm currently working on. It shows me the customer. It shows general information here. If anything extra information needs, there's a button here you can click, and you can use the guide here and specific notes. You click on that, and you can search if there's any notes that the customer service put in. Mainly out on the floor, we only use the bindery tab and the shipping tab, but these other tabs are useful for the other departments. Here's a pre-press. It's going to show you that it has new art in the folder, and that they have 2 large panels. One's 3-inch first panel, and then 2 large panels sealed sample. So the pre-press services room would use that. The tab for the press room shows them what they're working on, what form they have. You can explode these forms by double clicking on that. That brings that out so it's easier to read. Shows the description, shows you the ink description, what they're using, what size press sheet they're printing on, how many sheets are going to bindery, and what their waste is. So that just gives them an idea of what they're working on and how they're completing their order. The bindery, again, now this is where we're looking at. This tells us, again, what cut length is and what the finish size is. So if you're cutting it, you're going to cut it to a 21 by 11. The guy who's running on the folder is going to finish it to an 8.5 by 11. Again, you can double click on that. Oops, I don't think you can, I'm sorry. I thought that would blow up. What you're looking here then is in finishing. Some things here has like your stitch, your score, perf, glue. Now these things here are good to let you know if you need to do any of the extras to this job. On this particular job, there are no extras. So like, we're not taking it to the stitcher, we're not scoring it, we're not perfing it. If we were putting a perf in it, this would say yes. If we were gluing it, it would say yes. If we were wafer sealing it, it would tell you how many wafer seals we need to put on there. Down here is your packaging instructions, your band and box, if you're shrink wrap or collating it. So if they have a specific band quantity they want to use, they might say 100 per band and box 900 per box. Some customers drive that to where they want a certain quantities. This particular job doesn't ask for any kind of band, or it just tells us to box it. So all we're doing is put it in a box, and then we're done with it. On your samples, there's ticket samples right here. This particular job is only asking for 5 ticket samples, so you just put 5 in the ticket. If there needs salesperson, customer, or CSR, all these will go on to a green cart. So you will give them, I usually try to give them 3 to 5 times the amount that they're asking for. So say the customer's asking for 10 samples, I try to give them 30 or 40 samples, so the person who goes through those has a good chance of checking them, and then they'll get rid of the other ones. Special instructions, this one here down here just tells us, hey, we got a short fold, 3 panel on the first fold, and then 2 large panels. Again, if this is full and you need to click on there, you can bring this down. Job specific notes is the same thing. If this has got notes in here, you can bring this down. Purchase orders, just saying exactly where they got the paper they're using. Sometimes they'll have ink on there. If it's going to buyout, it'll tell you like what customer is going to, or what place it's going to from here. Web stock, this was a sheet fed job, so there was no web stock. If it was ran on the web, there would obviously be a web here, and then the press rooms would change. Then shipping. Shipping shows here what the quantity is, date it's requested, shipping method, what's the shipping uses, and then it has the address and then the line description. This one here you can blow up. It will show you exactly where to ship to. Everything. Sometimes it'll have specific shipping notes in here to make sure you use like a 40 by 48 skid or a half skid or something. It breaks down in here in the shipping notes if they want something special. So again, they have customer specific notes and job specific notes down here. If there's any there, you can click on those and use the drag bars to bring them down. Shipping labels, this just tells you exactly what's on the label. Again, it's the exact same thing as this, so that's what we use. Just double click on that. Data processing, obviously there's nothing in there. And then digital print, we have a digital press room, so if this job was go directly to digital, then they would use this tab to fill in their information showing what digital was going to work on it. Notes field is just absolutely if they just want to put in some notes, press room notes. So like if the press guys were having problems with it and you want to put some notes in there, anything that you can just type in there. Most of the time it's just a deviation. That means if something got changed along the line that they wanted to save, they would put it in here so it got saved down the line. Then it would, next time this job got opened up, it would be in there. But again, mainly on the floor, you're looking at general. This shows here, shows exactly what the job's all about. The binary tab, it shows exactly what we're working on. And then your shipping. Those are your three main things that you're looking at on the floor. That'll give you the information you need to complete your job.